every year we have the UPSC results that are declared, and there are a few hundred individuals out of lakhs of aspirants who make it closer to their dream job. And this year too, around 750 young men and women have realized their dream by cracking one of the most difficult examinations in the world. Over the last 2 months, I have been busy mentoring several of these aspirants, telling them what to do as far as their personality tests and several other aspects are concerned. And many of them who I've mentored have made it through the UPSC CSE 2021. One such individual is Jaspinder Singh, rank 33 UPSC CSE 2021. And it is a pleasure to welcome on Bharata first, Jaspinder Singh. Jaspinder, I can see a big smile on your face. So happy to see you here, and I'm so proud of what you have achieved. It's no easy feat. It's a great deal, and this you achieved in just your second attempt. Wonderful. Firstly, hearty congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. First of all, thank you for having me here. And secondly, sir, it's a pleasure to talk to Rausan Pereira. So it has been a great time that we have been watching your Rajya Sabha talk shows. So that was really helpful for us. So that's why I'm smiling. So I'm talking to that man whom we used to see there at that point of time, sir.
Wonderful. So what is the first feeling like? Jaspinder, many calls, many congratulatory messages, many people trying to get in touch with you to talk to you, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. Even I don't know what kind of feel this is, but it's like a sense of having accomplished something. When I see my parents, like they are at the cloud 9, and also when I look back, that I was just thinking about how will I be writing my next prelims, especially on June 7th. So now I'm not able to, now I'll not be picking up those books. So that is a great sense of relief, sir, that I'm done with that. That is a great relief, sir.
Good. So sense of relief, a sense of satisfaction, and it's all going to sink in slowly. It's still not there. But, take us through the journey, Jaspinder. How has it been? Because, you graduated in 2019. You had your first attempt after that. And in your second attempt, you're through. Take us through the journey.
Yes, sir. So I've done graduation from Punjab University, Chandigarh. And later on, I started preparing for civil services. I wasn't able to clear my first prelims. It was 92 was the cutoff. I got 90 something. But later on, I started preparing for mains after my first prelims only. So which helped me to clear my second mains. That was my first main, sorry, in my second attempt. So in this way, the things went fine, and I was able to clear the prelims, then the mains, then came the interview. I met you. It was great to give interview to Rausan Pereira. So it was amazing, sir. And it was great, sir.
So what was different between the first attempt and the second attempt, Jaspinder? What do you feel that was, that you did differently as well?
So actually what was different was that I made little extra efforts in my second attempt. In my first attempt, it was just that I was reading the basic books, which was fine. But in my second attempt, I started giving small extra efforts, like having map of every state, what river is passing through every state. Like one of my friends, she's Zaheen, and we used to write about the each and every state. We used to make the maps, and we used to learn which things are there, the state animal, state bird, small things like they in end of the day, you get the confidence that you have done something extra, not just the basic books. So that thing works. And also the mock tests that we give, number of mock tests that you have to give, then you have to check that whether you're going right, where you're going wrong. So that also helps in the prelims. Then coming to main, sir, it's always the short notes. It's always the multiple revisions. And sir, believe me, the difficult part is revising the syllabus. It is not knowing the syllabus. It is revising the syllabus that is the most difficult part. So one who revises it multiple times, so he can say it through, sir. That I can say with like 100% surety. It's very difficult to
Wonderful,
remember.
wonderful. Difficult to revise. So that's what you need to focus on,
Yeah.
So you're a law graduate, Jaspinder, and your subject also was law, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir. It was law optional.
So did that help? The optional being law and you being a law graduate, did it make things easier at some level?
So for optional, it wasn't that easy, but for other subjects, having law as optional helped me. For example, in GS2, it helped me. It helped me in prelims, sir. There were quite few questions with respect to remand, with respect to arrest. So where I was able to like make good guesses or make not guesses, make use of my knowledge of law, basically, little knowledge. And then later on, the law helped me in GS2. GS2, I scored 123 marks. So like this, I'm very happy with respect to this because I used my knowledge of law in my GS2. It is polity, international relations. So I used that. So there it helped me. In ethics also, law plays a part. So yes, but when it comes to optional, it's not that easy. People of other optional, they have time to revise it multiple times in 5 days. But at law optional, I just revised my subject only once before my like paper. Like five in those 5 holidays. Only once I could revise that fully. Otherwise, there were multiple revisions, but not just before the paper. So that way, it was
Right,
difficult.
right. So Jaspinder, understood, understood. So Jaspinder, what was the personality test like? How was that experience?
Personality tests, I gave number of mocks. First of all, I didn't choose good words, and you said that this word is wrong. I still remember that word also. I don't want to use it here. It is a bit controversial one. So, but anyhow, my mocks, they helped me a lot. My mocks at various institutes, especially at Vajiram and Ravi, Chanakya Mandal, they were quite good. And at Sankal, at Forum IS, they were chiseling me day in and day out. But actually, in my final interview, I wasn't able to get that good score which I got in my mocks. Actually, so I just want to say that don't give too many of mocks that you score your best in your mocks and not in your real interview. So it should be like some rationality there, that only reasonable number of mocks should be taken, not many mocks. So I got my best in my mocks and wasn't able to perform my best in my real interview. That's why I ranked 33, sir.
Well, when I saw you and when I met you, I knew you were a potential top 20 candidate. I don't know if I mentioned that to you or not, but I definitely mentioned to those who were around me as well, and you are already looking like an officer. Did you expect this, Jaspinder? Rank 33?
It was like after my mains, I was like, I have given best shot. Like this was like, obviously I had no experience of mains earlier, but I was like that I have given the attempt that I thought that I will be giving. So after that, I was like pretty confident with respect to that I will be getting interview call, but I wasn't sure about this rank or that rank. But yes, I was sure about one thing, that yes, I'll be going to the interview after my uh, mains exams. So that was something, especially GS1 and GS2 paper. They went. I thought that I'll be topping in GS1 and GS2. I don't know what is the actual number, but yeah, it helped me. I was able to judge that. Yes.
Wonderful. Good to know that. Good to know that. And good to know that you will, in all likelihood, be getting your choice of service as well. It is wonderful. We need young men like you to get into the service, to make India a better place. And, youngsters like you with a stable head on your shoulders will ensure that we go into the future and achieve all our dreams as a nation. So, Jaspinder, one other aspect that I want to talk to you about, what has been the most challenging aspect of your preparation journey so far? What do you feel that, brought out the best and the worst in you?
So I want to use a phrase in Punjabi that is "socha da kafla." that is the thoughts that come and go. So that kafla of thoughts, that is like, uh, you have to control it. You have to keep your control over what you think, because you think shit at times. You think very wrong thoughts come into your mind. You have to fight against those thoughts. You have to conquer your mind. What is happening at your home, what is happening outside, what is happening with your friends. So these things, being a social being, these things affect you. You have to, it's not that you have to avoid those things, it's that you have to keep your head high, focus on what you are doing, and let those things, like I used to tell to my one of my friends, when some, like there are ups and downs, right? This graph is there, right? So when there are downs, so I used to tell, this is the time which will pass. So this is something which helped me also, that one of my friends, that yes, whether the time it's good or it's bad, it will pass. It's just a time. So you have to have it in your head what you are doing. Please stay focused on that. And this is very challenging, sir. This is not easy to do, easy to maintain, that these thoughts which you face, which you experience, they are like, they're not under your control, but you have to be calm headed, cool headed person. So that will help you. That will help you to be consistent.
Wonderful. I know it's a busy time for you, a lot of congratulatory messages, and a lot of people wanted to get in touch with you, talk to you, and so on and so forth. So before I let you go, one final quick question. If you want to give words of advice to those who are going to be writing their prelims, you said, you're thinking about the prelims now, which are around the corner as well. What would you like to say to them, since you've just been through this entire gruesome process? What would you like to say to them?
So one thing that I would like to say is that you have prepared, you have given your best, like in your preparation. Go with cool and calm mind. Give the paper. Don't be afraid from the paper. Don't think that this paper will be coming from the anything under the sun will be asked. So if you have prepared well, touched all the topics, you will be able to solve 92 questions either by your logical reasoning, or somehow you will be able to solve. So go, keep your head cool, give the paper, come outside, give the CSAT paper with the same, like this time CSAT paper, they say that this is trouble for aspirants. So that again has to be dealt with a very cool head. It is not a paper that if you get fumbled in your paper, just like interview, your paper will be gone. So please, you have to maintain that cool in paper one and paper two both. So maintain that. Have faith on what you studied. Have faith on which topics you touched. Something, somehow you'll be able to recall reading the options in your prelims. So focus on those, on that. So.
And just a quick follow up on this as well. Anyone else, anybody who'd like to follow in your footsteps, what kind of reading material should they get their hands on? What should their strategy be? How should they look at this exam itself, and how should they start their preparations and go about it?
So it's all about reading the basic books. Every topper to whom we listened, they used to tell us read the basic books. But everybody reads it. 5 lakh or 4 lakh people give the paper. 1 lakh, they read the basic books. But the point is, when you read the basic books, you have to do something different, something out of the box that satisfies you, not the other people, because everybody is having different level of potential, different level of capability. So you have to see yourself where you're weak, where you're good. So strengthen your weak points, and again maintain your good points. So that is very important. You have to know yourself. That is very important. And first know yourself, then read the basic books. Then for prelims, I sir just read the books and also the notes, but I read the notes just before the paper, not otherwise I read the basic books only. And for names, you have to make your short notes, keep them ready, because you have to revise from the short notes. That is very important. And again, for your optional, you have to have the register of big notes, short notes, and whatever suits you. People do not have it, they clear it without it. But for me, these short notes worked. So that's why I'm able to tell you that this is not something that is the only solution. Yeah, there are a number of other ways, but this is the way that I use.
Wonderful. So make sure that you work out what works for you best and then give it your best shot.
Hello.
And that is what will do you wonders and do you well. Jaspinder, a pleasure having you on the program, a pleasure having you on Bharata First. You're a young man with a very steady head on your shoulders, very humble and down to earth as well. I'm so very glad to have interviewed you, and I'm so very glad to see your name on the list, and to see that you will be serving the people of this country and this country as such. I wish you the very best. I wish you, that may God bless you abundantly, and may you do wonderfully well in your life and in your work as well. All the very best, Jaspinder.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a pleasure talking to you, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful. Take care. Jaspinder, thank you for being here. Well, that was Jaspinder, of course, talking about his journey so far and what he has been able to achieve, how he has been able to achieve it. And he is on cloud nine at the moment. Now, you can be one of those people that I mentor as well, who can get through and get onto the list of the UPSC CSE. All you need to do is download the Bharata First app, or go to kc.bharatafirst.com. Have a look at several of the offerings that we have there. Ensure that you register, because a few good people have decided to support me, and hence I have reduced the pricing at the Knowledge Center as well, so that I can ensure that as many people out there are possible, I can go out and help. Some of the courses are priced at even less than 150 rupees a course. There are several other packages that are put in place, keeping in mind the kind of mental aptitude, the kind of physical presence, and the kind of knowledge that you need to clear this exam as well. So go to kc.bharatafirst.com or download the Bharata First app today and register to one of the programs, because I'm going to be doing a year-long current affairs program as well, focusing on international relations and national affairs. There will be 80 classes in all. There will be workshop exercises and special guest lectures as well. All this information is on our website and on the app. So please have a look at it and register soon, because the sooner you register, the better it is for you. That's it from me on this edition of Toppers Talk. I'll be back again soon with another new episode and another new topper as well. So stay tuned to Bharata First and get as much knowledge as possible. Until the next time, bye-bye.